My name is Pete Thomas. I live in Madison, Connecticut. My background was in banking for 40 years. I worked with some of the largest orthopedic practices in Connecticut and a few of the universities in Connecticut as their banker, lender. In my experience, I helped them build 20, 30, 100,000 square feet buildings. So I understood construction from the lending perspective, but I didn't understand finding, funding, and flipping. And that's why we went, as I got closer to retirement, we went to a training that was offered by Tim and some of his affiliates. We went there with knowledge of what we wanted to do in general, but what Tim provided to us were the specifics. He gave us the framework for looking at the yield that we should expect if we fund, fixed, and flipped, if we funded and fixed and held on, or if we just wholesale the property. So there's many different strategies he can help you with. Based on what we saw and what we were able to accomplish, our first property was a distressed property where the property's land value was probably more than the value of the building and the land. We fixed that up in 2019, and we got a 20% return on a 1-year project. In 2020, we did a bigger project. It was a 3,200 square foot building, and it was not distressed. It had flood damage. But we went through that process, and we came out selling that property within 6 months and having an annual yield of 57%. So what you want to do when you're working with a mentor is you want to learn what his guidelines are so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And then on top of that, what you want to do is you want to have realistic expectations for what the market can return to you. We worked long days with him, and in working with him, we learned a lot of what he thinks is important about the value of the repair, the value of the street appeal, the value of the neighborhood. All of this stuff was stuff that we knew about, but we didn't really understand the way he showed us to analyze it.